First at 5, rolling up to the airport and seeing this, an absolute traveler's nightmare. And it's one that lasted for hours and hours Sunday at Lambert Airport. Tonight, we asked what's being done to prevent this from haunting travelers yet again. Welcome into First Alert 4 at 5. I'm Morgan Harris.
And I'm Cameron Bopp. Sam and Corey have the night off. Those long lines, good news, they're gone. But now comes an apology from the airport about that mess. First here at 5, TSA officials say about 26,000 people went through security on Sunday. That's nearly 20% of what this airport sees in an entire week.
Wow.
On Monday, a much different scene at St Louis-Lambert International Airport, when just a day earlier, lines stretched out of the building.
It was chaotic, very chaotic.
Elaine White was at Lambert with her family on Sunday, hoping to make their flight to Boston. That didn't happen. Instead, they were forced to spend the night in St. Louis and take a flight on Monday.
A lot of crowd, nowhere to sit, no chairs. They were on the floors, constantly people trying to rebook flights.
Lines at Terminal 1 and 2 were long, but Terminal 2 was the worst, where people lined up outside. Videos went viral on social media, warning others. Others like Emily Sand, who was set to fly out on Monday.
It was all over my For You page, just that there was like a religious conference going on or something like that, that it was just backed up.
Sand and her group got to the airport 4 hours early, just in case of a Sunday repeat.
Definitely panic, definitely the stress of now we need to change our plans, change everything we thought we were going to do beforehand to prepare for what happened yesterday and change accordingly. But it showed us the worst case scenario just in case that were to happen today.
Lambert's leadership says the hours-long lines and influx of people was due to a 2-week-long convention that only just wrapped up Saturday night.
As the convention ended and they just all came out in busloads yesterday morning, irregardless of what time they were scheduled throughout the day.
Rhonda Ham-Nieberge is the airport's director. She says it didn't help that many of the travelers did not have TSA pre-check.
Everyone was here for 2 weeks, so all of them had at least 2 bags to check. So between, not having the access through clear or pre-check, having the bags, and then everyone coming out in the morning for flights spread throughout the day, it just really was hard for both the airlines and the TSA to be able to meet that volume.
Sunday's hangover has lasted well into Monday.
I just want to get home.
We're hopeful that security isn't going to be as bad. It still looks pretty packed today. It looks way more packed than I've ever seen it before, but we are still hoping for the best.
Unfortunately, when you have a situation like this where it seemed like all of the things just happened at one time, I know it was frustrating for people, but it is an oddity. It's not the norm.
That was our Haley Kirby reporting. Lambert's leadership wants to remind you, though St. Louis is usually smooth sailing when flying, still try to get there a few hours before your flight.